Episode 4, Mountains, Marshes, and Memory, the National Parks of the Southeast.
That was a lot of M's.
Yes, it was. The mist rising off the water, and something big just moved in the reeds. You're standing ankle deep in a cypress swamp, and the forest around you buzzes like it's alive.
That's because it is.
Dun, dun, dun.
In every direction, this is the Southeast, and its national parks are ancient, alive, and louder than you think.
Hi, I'm Renee.
And I'm Dan. Welcome back to Time Tellers in episode 4 in our 5-part series on U.S. national parks. Today, the southeastern parks. The ones with fireflies, ghost stories, bald cypress, rivers of grass, and ghosts of war.
We'll hike the Smokies, paddle the Everglades, walk the swampy cathedral of Congaree, and climb the crumbling walls of Fort Jefferson, 70 miles out in the ocean.
And in between, we'll tell stories about the Cherokee, Seminole, enslaved laborers, New Deal workers, and the women and men who give up their homes so these parks could exist.
Start at the top, literally, with the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
Straddling the border of North Carolina and Tennessee, the Smokies are the most visited national park in the U.S. But they didn't start as a sure thing.
This land was once home to the Cherokee people. They called it Chickongage, place of the blue smoke. For centuries, they lived, hunted, and built deep cultural roots here.
After the Indian Removal Act of 1830, most Cherokee were forced out on the Trail of Tears, but some resisted. Their descendants, the eastern band of Cherokee Indians, still live next to the park today.
By the early 1900s, logging had become a disaster. Entire hillsides were stripped. Wildlife vanished. Conservationists pushed back, but the land was privately owned. Unlike Western parks, the Smokies weren't on federal land.
Enter Ann Davis, a school teacher from Knoxville who suggested the idea for a national park, and then John D. Rockefeller Jr., who gave $5 million to make it happen.
Over 6,000 families were relocated, some willingly, some under eminent domain. Their homes, churches, mills, and cemeteries still exist. Quiet and eerie among the trees. That would be so cool to see.
During the 1930s, the Civilian Conservation Corps, part of FDR's New Deal, built trails, roads, and campgrounds. They planted trees, fought fires, and created the infrastructure we still use today.
And now the Smokies are a biosphere reserve, a UNESCO site, and home to over 30 species of salamanders, hundreds of bird species, and some of the last old-growth forest in the east.
It's a place of rebirth, natural, cultural, and personal. You walk the trails, you feel it. Something old survived here.
Let's head south, way south, to a park that looks like no other, Everglades National Park, Florida.
It's not a swamp, it's not a lake, it's a slow-moving, shallow river stretching across the southern tip of Florida.
Created in 1947, the Everglades was the first park established to protect an ecosystem, not just scenery. No geysers, no granite, just sawgrass, water, and the occasional 10-foot reptile.
The woman behind the park? Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, a journalist, warrior poet, and conservationist. Her book, The Everglades River of Grass, woke people up.
The Everglades is home to alligators and crocodiles, manatees, panthers, and hundreds of species of birds.
Manatees are all that matter, though.
If you were my sister, you would agree with that, too. It's also home to the Cherokee and Seminole tribes, who resisted forced relocation by hiding in the marshes.
But it's fragile. Over half the original Everglades has been drained or diverted. Sugar companies, development, and roads interrupted the flow of water.
In 2000, Congress passed the Comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan, one of the largest environmental recovery projects in the world. progress is slow, but real.
Today, you can paddle through mangroves, watch a Rosine spoonbill take off, or just stand still and listen. It's eerie and alive. It's haunted in the best way.
It exists because one woman refused to let people dismiss it as just a swamp. Yes, I emphasized woman on purpose.
If you've never heard of Congaree National Park, South Carolina, that's exactly why we're talking about it.
Congaree protects one of the last and largest old-growth bottomland hardwood forest in the U.S. Basically, it's a swamp cathedral with cypress trees the size of grain silos and knees rising like gravestones out of the water.
In the 1960s, logging companies tried to cut it all down, but Harry Hampton, a local journalist, fought like hell to save it. By 1976, it became a national monument. In 2003, a full-fledged national park.
It's quiet, still, and yes, wet. You move through it on boardwalks and canoes. No roads, no resorts, no big lodges, just frogs, birds, and trees so tall they feel like you're inside a secret temple.
Oh, and fireflies. Congaree is one of the few places where synchronous fireflies flash in unison for a few weeks every year. It's like a forest-wide Morse code rave.
It's also a refuge. There's only one E on that word, Renee. It's also a refuge for species that need dark, damp, undisturbed spaces, including us. Some of us. 70 miles west of Key West, in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, sits a hexagonal fort built of 16 million bricks.
Welcome to Dry Tortugas National Park. It's mostly open water, coral reef, and 7 tiny islands, but also the massive crumbling Fort Jefferson.
Built starting in 1846, Fort Jefferson was a strategic U.S. military outpost and later a Union prison during the Civil War.
Its most famous prisoner? Dr. Samuel Mudd, the physician who treated John Wilkes Booth's broken leg after Lincoln's assassination. Mudd was imprisoned here, then earned a pardon after saving lives during a yellow fever outbreak. That'll be another whole episode.
Yes. Today, you can tour the fort and snorkel in coral gardens right off the wall. Sea turtles nest in the sand. Fridge-gate birds wheel overhead, and the isolation is total.
It's a park you can only reach by boat or seaplane, which is kind of perfect. It feels like a memory that never left.
The Southwest isn't just beautiful, it's complicated. Many of these parks came at a cost to Native nations, Black communities, farmers, loggers, and displaced families.
The Cherokee were removed from the Smokies. The Havasupai were exiled from the Grand Canyon. In the Everglades, the Seminole were hunted. These parks weren't always for all.
And yet, the Southeast parks are often the ones that remind us that conservation doesn't mean erasure, it means telling the full story.
That includes African American history, too, from CCC workers building trails to stories of escaped enslaved people who used swamps as sanctuaries.
These parks hold memory in the trees, the water, the ruins, and the silence. They're not empty. They're echoing.
Lightning Round Southeast Edition.
Woohoo!
I'm still going to win.
You're asking the questions.
Yes, so I automatically win.
Oh.
Best Appalachian view.
Klingman's Dome, Smoky Mountains. But bring a jacket.
Best place to see an alligator and a crocodile.
Obviously, the Everglades. Also, best place to get extremely sunburned in a kayak.
While you're looking for Alcatraz.
On the wrong coast.
I was looking for an alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, you're helping to find all the missing prisoners.
No.
How many of them are there? 14,000 that were missing that they can't find?
Just disappeared. Poof.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No, but there was an actual big number like that.
Yeah.
Best, I had no idea this was a national park surprise.
Congaree, come for the trees, stay for the fireflies.
Best place to pretend you're in a pirate movie?
That would be Dry Tortugas. Port, ocean, and zero call signal. Bring the rum! I wonder if they filmed any of those.
I doubt. Most spiritual.
Ty.
Speaking of which...
Smokies at sunrise, or Everglades at dusk when the whole sky turns molten. The Southeast doesn't always get the glossy park brochures. No towering Tetons, no Yosemite cliffs, but it has something deeper.
These parks don't scream. They hum, they soak in. They're full of memory, resilience, and stillness that isn't silent.
From firefly-lit forests to alligator-haunted marshes, these are parks that remind us that life doesn't just survive, it adapts.
And so does memory. These parks were once battlegrounds, homesteads, hideouts, and homelands. Now they're places of healing, reflection, and awe.
Coming up next, the final episode in our series, The Southwest. Dun, dun. The Grand Canyon, Mesa Verde, arches, canyonlands, ancient cliff dwellings, and sacred land, red rock, revelation, and resistance.
The Southwest holds some of the oldest human history in the entire park system, and some of the newest fights.
Until then, find a shady grove, a mossy trail, or a sunset over standing water, and listen. The Southeast is still telling time.
And we'll be here to hear it.
Bye-bye!